Hello and welcome back to another episode of the Otakology Podcast. I'm your host, Otaku Mike. With me, as always, is Jin. He's not a jerko-lantern. Graves.
That's so mean.
And today, we're checking out Stranger Things Tales from the 85, Episode 3?
Episode 3?
Okay, I was a little confused because I watched Episode 4 this morning as well.
Okay. Episode 3.
Episode 3.
What's the word?
I forgot.
Evolution.
Evolution, that's what it was, yeah. Evolution.
Yeah. I almost wanted to call it Evolution because of that movie, and I was like, don't you fuck this up, buddy.
I was thinking of the wrestling stable Evolution.
I don't know that much about wrestling to say
Yeah, so it was a wrestling stable. It had Dave Bautista in it, Randy Orton, Triple H, and Ric Flair. And their song, it always started with Evolution.
Oh my god, that sounds corny and cheesy all at the same time.
Yeah. So that's what I was thinking in my head when I was watching this episode this morning. But our episode starts out with a bang, I feel like.
Oh, most def.
Picking up,
you have to say it.
Picking up where the last one left off.
Exactly where the last one left off.
Right in the middle of the action with the giant jerko lantern trying to kill everybody.
Yeah.
Very terrifying.
Yeah, I mean, it was huge.
It was really big. And it happened to grab everybody except for Will. And Nikki is crying like a little, you know what, because this is her first second Demogorgon thing, I guess you could say. But she kind of really is freaking out at this point.
Yeah.
It seems like because she doesn't want the giant pumpkin to kill her. And I feel like Will is being a little bit of a bitch as well.
Will's being that way?
I feel like a little bit. When I first saw this, I was like, Will's got that post-traumatic distress disorder or whatever, you know?
Yeah.
And he runs away. He runs away like a little bitch. But then we find out he comes back.
Then you find out he didn't run away.
He didn't run away. But here's the thing. How far did he run to
hammer?
How far did he run to get that hammer?
Oh, I'm sure it's like right there.
I don't know, because they were kind of far away from the fair, it seemed like.
I mean, they ran out there in the first place, so I think he was running that direction anyway to get there, and then, went to grab the thing and then turn around and come back.
But I really liked this scene. It was very frantic, and like I was watching it, and I was like, where the hell is Elle at this point? And I was like, oh wait, she's like knocked out.
Yeah, she's in the tentacles.
I forgot that they knocked her out. Yeah. Like, I forgot that happened. And we see them all like tied up and stuff. And Will shows back up and they're like, yeah, zombie boy, he's got this. And then he hits like the little tongue thing that come out and like it knocked it over. And then, what was it? Elle speared it with its own tentacle.
Yeah.
That was pretty gnarly.
And got Rosario out of it.
Yeah. Which I really did like this whole scene. It was a lot of fun. They didn't know what they were going to do at this point with Rosario and stuff. And I kind of like how they got out of the explaining everything.
Yeah.
Because they didn't have to hide a giant monster body. It disappeared.
Yeah. Well, and so like I finished the series today too when we were trying to like figure out, cover and stuff and whatnot. And anyway, one of the things that I think especially when you make it to episode 3, that when you really have a lot of fun with it, and because of this scene right here, is that the fight scenes are really fun. Like, I think you're able to get more into it than you could in the live action.
Like, it's very well animated.
Yeah. Sometimes I feel like a little bit when Elle does some things, I feel like we're kind of watching like a rip off of the X-Men.
Yeah.
Like it's very fun. And then on top of that, the other really fun thing that happens a lot is just all the references. Like that I think is one of the best parts in the whole thing is where they do bring up different stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Um and I can't remember if it happens in this episode or not, where She-Ra gets brought up.
No.
Okay.
No.
Then that's got to be the next one.
Shira's not brought up in this episode, but I do like the animation for this. It kind of reminds me of the Tall Tale game, like the way it looks.
Yeah, yeah.
But it's animated way better than the Tall Tale games.
Yeah, like the Walking Dead one and
Yeah. The
yeah.
Walking Dead one and then like the Batman one and stuff like that. But yeah,
Yeah,
it's
the Dispatch one's really good, but
you haven't played that one yet.
oh, you'll have to. It's super great. We'll have to talk about it on the podcast.
Okay.
But yeah, so they end up basically defeating this giant pumpkin thing, and they decide that they are going to go and talk to Nikki or at Nikki's house, which is where they get to meet
Mrs. Baxter?
Baxter. Yeah, they get to meet Mrs. Baxter again.
Yeah.
And they basically bring up the whole fact of hey, like we have this thing we're trying to figure out kind of sort of the path of evolution, which is the title of this episode. um what is the path of evolution, how these things like are working right now? Because with the Demogorgon and the Dimmadog and things like that, it's a very easy transaction, I feel like, in evolution. It's kind of like Pokemon almost. We have the Poliwag, we have the Dimmadog, and then we have the Demogorgon. Um, this is in this season 2.5 or whatever we want to call it. We had the Sand Shark or the Aboleth, and then we have this giant Jerk-o'-lantern thing. Vastly different. And so I think
Yes.
that's one of the big things that they actually bring up is what is the evolution part of a lot of this stuff? Like how are we getting almost two separate creatures that we don't know anything about?
Yeah. And
So
I like the how they explain it. They start to talk about how like can something evolve when it's not in its normal habitat?
yeah.
And they're like, yeah, it totally can evolve and adapt to its surroundings and change. Kind of like the xenomorph alien, and we end up bringing that into this, which I found to be really fun.
Yeah.
And Nikki and her mom really got into the discussion at this point of trying to explain evolution to these kids. I thought it was really hilarious.
Yeah.
Like seeing them and her having the wasting all this mustard and ketchup. Just saying,
Oh yeah.
wasting.
Which the other funny thing is they have the old school like diner
Yeah,
bottles,
yeah.
which made it even better. Instead of having like the Heinz plastic ones, like that was another thing. Like that's a throwback because a lot of people don't have things like that
I
anymore.
mean, you can still buy those.
You can still buy those.
Yeah.
So I love the aspect of that. Which I think we missed a part when they
Oh,
before they went to go talk to Miss Baxter. They went to the arcade.
did
Which
they?
did you know that the arcade had like a food court little area to it?
No.
I didn't know that either. And so in this, it really threw me off when they went to the arcade palace.
Oh, yes, that's right. They do go there. Yes.
Because I was like, when did you have a place that like
Yeah,
served
maybe we just
nachos and
never solved
fries?
that part.
Yeah. I mean, it made me want to go back through like season 2 and season 3 and be like, do I remember any of this? Was this stuff here?
Which we also missed the part where they were taking Rosemary.
Rosario.
Rosario. I keep want to call her Rosemary.
Yeah.
Rosario back to her house,
Yeah.
and it's funny. She's like, I think that pumpkin pie was bad,
Oh yeah, she
and
thought
they're like,
she
oh
threw up
yeah, you might be
everywhere.
allergic to pumpkin pie,
Dustin
and
says that, yeah.
them trying to explain their way out of it, and but Dustin being
Oh my
like,
gosh.
oh
Hormones.
maybe it's hormones, maybe you just hit puberty and your puberty changed your allergies and what you're allergic to. Like,
Yeah.
he's fucking stretching for
Oh my gosh. Is he ever?
which is funny. It's really funny, and I love the fact that he like lent her his like vest,
Yeah.
and he's like, "Don't mess up the waterproof on it. Don't tumble dry it. Nothing. Just leave it out. Like, don't mess up my vests."
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, then we go to the arcade, like you said, and I like this scene a lot, where we see them talking and they're they're eating cheese fries for the first time. Well,
Yes.
Elle is eating cheese fries for the first time,
Yes. Yeah. Yeah.
and I feel like,
And this is I think this is a part that I brought up the other day when we recorded,
yeah,
was the fact of how possessive Mike is, because
oh
Lucas is
yes,
trying to get one. He goes, "Elle's never had these. Don't you try and do that, you know?" And I'm like, "What the fuck, Mike?"
yeah,
Like,
and then Lucas brings up a very good point.
yeah.
What if Dustin was there? Nobody would have the cheese fries.
Yeah,
He's saying
see,
Dustin's a fat ass.
and the other weird thing is, like, we knew Dustin always had snacks, like in the show. I don't ever feel like we really saw him eat as much as he does now.
No.
Like in this, like it seems like he eats all the fucking time.
Yeah.
In the show, it was like, yes, he had snacks, but it was more like he gave them to different people.
Yeah.
It really threw me off seeing him, and especially like the first time we see him at the I think it's a gas station. They call it, I think, the Food Mart or something,
Yeah.
which
It's
I
like a
don't
little
know.
mini mart type of thing.
Yeah, yeah. The scene always reminds me of Monster House, where they have that little, because everywhere back in the day had one little like Pac-Man or Galaga or
Yeah.
something. They had one of the box games, or the arcade box games, somewhere in their
It's
store in
called
the
the
center.
cabinet. It's an arcade cabinet.
There you go. Yeah, I was like, no, that's not it. No, that's not it. Just keep talking, because if you go quiet, Mike's gonna be like, what were you trying to do, buddy?" Oh yeah, I was like, at some point it'll kick in. I was like, I'm not getting this word.
It's
Um,
okay. It's okay. We all word diarrhea sometimes.
yeah. So, but yeah, I mean, we see that where he's sitting there playing and he's eating Pop Tarts and he's
Yeah.
doing all this other
Well,
stuff.
they're
Like,
not Pop Tarts, they're toaster pastries, which are the
let's
alternative from Pop Tart, which came out right before Pop Tarts came out, I think.
okay,
Yeah, but they weren't as popular as Pop Tarts. Like, Pop Tarts stole their idea
yeah, yeah,
because they were like a mom and pop type of thing, I believe. I don't know. Yeah.
yeah.
But anyways, yeah, we're at the food court at the arcade, and we get the uh info about the obelith.
The aboleth, yeah.
Aboleth, yeah. And I like that they're trying to figure things out and stuff. And Nikki calls them on their fucking shit, which I thought was really funny.
Listen, I'm just also gonna say that I love Nikki's character, because while Mike only got cheese fries, I love the fact where Elle's like, "Oh, this is delicious," and Nikki's like, "But have you had chili cheese fries?"
Yeah, and Elle's mind is like blown at this
Yeah,
point.
yeah. It's
He's
like
like, "What?
the next level.
Chili cheese fries?"
Yeah, yeah. Oh my god. Which always makes me think about Sonic.
Yeah.
Um,
Well, he had chili dogs.
yeah, yeah. And so the other thing I wanted to bring up to you, and this is strictly like I know that's not what it is, but I really wanted to know your opinion on it, of why when Will got the food, he brought back a hot dog and the cheese fries that Mike had ordered.
Uh
Nobody
huh.
else had gotten anything. Obviously, the cheese fries were getting shared. Will had a hot dog.
Maybe they were all broke.
And I was like, is this supposed to be some kind of thing? Because, and I think it's honestly just because of social media saying, oh, well, hot dogs, that's such a phallic food. And making the gay joke, I was like, is this supposed to be a joke that, like, before we actually knew? Well, most of us, I feel like, knew. But by the time we had gotten to season 5, a lot of people were like, I didn't know that Will was gay.
Well, I'm gonna say this probably. I don't
Yeah.
think Lucas and Max had any money.
Yeah.
And I think Will had like maybe $1 or something on him, and he got like the hot dog,
Yeah.
and the everybody else expected the cheese fries to get shared, I guess.
Yeah. So you don't think that there was a reason why
No, I don't
he
think
only
there
got...
was a gay
Okay.
innuendo
Okay.
going on
Yeah,
with the hot dog.
because I was sitting there when I watched it the second time. I was like, listen, there was a hot dog on that plate.
I'm gonna be
Oh
honest,
yeah.
I didn't even notice the hot dog.
I noticed it when he first carried it in there, and then I didn't think anything about it till it pans back over to him eating it. I was like, oh yeah, he did get a hot dog. And that's one of the reasons when I watched this part the second time, I was like, I wonder if that's supposed to be some kind of an innuendo that is like subtle. Because we have had a couple things already that were very subtle jokes that I feel like were more for adults than they were for kids, even though the show seems like it is geared partially towards kids.
I don't think it was
Yeah.
supposed to be anything like that, to be honest. I
Yeah.
really don't. I really don't. But I like the scene where they're trying to figure things out, and Nikki calls them on their shit, and she's like, "Come on, don't use the fantasy stuff. We got science on our side."
Yeah. Yeah.
Which leads us into the scene with Nikki's mom and evolution and stuff.
Which she
I,
makes them some kind of cookies, and Dustin
yeah,
has like 6 of those.
which I had a question.
Yeah.
Was that Nikki's dad? Or was
No,
that was her, like, her mom's boyfriend?
her mom's boyfriend.
Okay. And he's the guy who runs the shop, right?
He's the guy that runs the gas station, yes.
Which I like it that Dustin is he's kind of like Dustin's loan shark.
Yeah.
He's kind of like Dustin's loan shark.
Yeah, and like stuff gets a little weird later on. Like I will tell you I enjoyed kind of the back and forth red herring, because when we start finding out shit, you're kind of like, "What?"
Okay.
Um I do like the red herring that is in this up to the end. Um of like who's the person in the yellow suit. That's the fun part about this.
Yeah.
Um and just from like what you do find out at some point, it's got to be somebody that's related to plants. So I love the fact that you're kind of like, all right, who is this? Who could it be? It's got to be somebody that's involved with Hawkins, or it's got to be somebody that knows botany, you know, because of the whole plant thing. Like, it's got to be something like that. So um, I love the aspect of all that too.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I mean, the alien reference in this part too was very fun. Um, and then when all the kids leave,
They end up
uh,
splitting up the team.
yeah, but we get to find out a little more, because we got to see Nikki pull out one of her little
Inventions.
inventions
Which
in
leads us
episode
to,
2.
was it the park?
No, they're
They
going
go
back out
to
to the woods.
they go to the woods, and then Lucas and Max go to
They go back out to the
the
farm.
farm. That's right. And they
Yeah,
end up finding like a vine that didn't attach to anything.
yeah.
If I
So
remember
it
correctly.
turned into like ash.
Yeah, which leads them to the woods where we get like Lucas and not Lucas, Mike,
You get the rest of them.
Elle, and the rest of them.
Yeah,
They're in the woods following the vines, which I like that Nikki has like stuff in her jacket.
yeah.
It reminds me of Data from the Goonies.
Oh yeah, I could see that.
Like how she has like inventions and stuff.
Yeah,
And I saw it in her jacket. did she have like a brush with a razor blade attached to it? Or it was
I
like a comb with a razor blade attached to it. It
I
seemed
think it's a
like at one
comb.
point.
Yeah, I think it's a comb because one of the things she has when she gets it is actually um it kind of looks like a modified fork, but it looks like it's got like almost two razor blades on the end of it.
Yeah,
And what she can do is when she pushes it, it kind of shoots out to a certain distance, like maybe 4 feet, and it's good for kind of like spearing stuff. It really reminds me of the little inventions. Have you seen it where like if you and I went out to eat together, it's the extendable forks.
yeah, that's what
So
it
even
kind of looked like.
so even if you're like on the other side of the table from me, I can like lean over and get one of your
I
things.
I thought it was kind of like a cattle prod or something.
It looks that way. It does
Yeah.
look that way too. I will agree to that. Um but yeah, it looks like it's two blades. So
Okay. Is that okay? It was supposed to be like a fork or something.
yeah.
Kind of. Okay.
Because I know when we go back to the forest and Dustin takes the camera and he's trying to take pictures of different things, that one of the vines ends up not being grayed out like they are the
Yeah.
ones that Lucas and Max find.
And it attacks him.
And yeah, and it comes back to life and it starts trying to attack him and hook onto him. And Nikki kind of has it over his shoulder and sticks the thing.
Yeah.
And it's long enough that whatever little last jolt of life it had, it just kind of fizzled itself out.
That part was actually pretty cool, and I wasn't expecting the plant to attack Dustin at all.
Yeah, yeah.
But yeah, and they figure out this kind of like leads them back to the sawmill, right?
Yeah, they say yeah we need to go check out the sawmill because um oh geez, what was it?
I forget exactly why they go check out the sawmill.
Yeah, because they tell Lucas and Max I think are the
Oh,
ones
is
that
it because
say
they what was it? Eugene's farm ends up taking like lumber or something there.
maybe
I think it was, if I
maybe
remember correctly.
I think that's right. But yeah, I mean we have where they do all that, which one of the things that I do like in this instance is we do find out how long these tentacle things are supposed to last, these vines.
How long?
Um, they are supposed to last less than a day. So I think when by the time we actually find it out, it's like a 12-hour period. So if the vine hasn't attached itself to something after its initial like movement, if something's not close enough to it, it dies.
Mm.
Which is weird that it didn't have anything else to grab onto at the farm, but I digress.
Yeah, it could have maybe grabbed onto like a tree or something, you
Oh my god.
know.
Imagine if one of the trees came
Well, I
along.
mean, it grabbed on the pumpkins.
That's true. That is true. Um yeah,
Like,
yeah.
why
And
wouldn't it grab onto like a tree or something?
I don't know. Maybe it's too like it was too dense.
Maybe.
Maybe. But yeah, and then we do find out where they go to the sawmill and really Dustin just brings it up and says, "Hey, like this is kind of where our path is going or heading to."
Yeah, and shit starts to hit the fan
Yeah, they see the two brothers that own the mill.
really, really fast.
They
Yes.
talk to him about, "Hey, what's all this other stuff?" And kind of like in every show like this, you have where the guys are like, "You probably really shouldn't be out here." Like,
Yeah, what are you doing out here? It's not a field trip day.
yeah, this isn't a thing. Like being around a wood chipper ain't really for kids.
Yeah. And it's funny because like they're about to leave at this point, and they're like walking away. They're
Yes,
all walking away, and they don't hear what is actually happening. Where one of the vines gets a hold of one of the brothers, it gets a hold of both of the brothers,
gets a hold of both of the
and
brothers. Yeah,
all this stuff is happening, and they never are. They're like oblivious to what's going on, like 20 feet behind them, maybe. I don't
oh
know.
yeah. I mean, I'd say they were probably like 10 feet and ended up walking 20 feet. Like, and the funny thing is like from the direction that we're watching is we're kind of watching over their shoulder.
Yeah, and we see the vines like wrap around.
And
Brothers
yeah,
and stuff.
we see the vines wrapping around them. We see as they're turning into the creatures. We see all this other different stuff as the kids are walking. And I feel like at some point we got to be like, hey, that makes no sense. Why you didn't know that? Why you didn't catch that?
Yeah, why you didn't hear it? Because they were pretty loud.
Yeah.
And this is where all hell breaks loose because one of them pops up, and then Elle kind of takes care of that and kind of like knocks it out. She rips the person out of the monster of the
Yeah.
Demogorgon, and then another one shows up.
Well,
And
and the one that she does rip the person out of, because she does have to struggle with a little bit,
yeah,
because the things have kind of learned to wrap themselves in the vines a little more,
mm-hmm.
and actually create like
a barrier of some kind.
yeah, kind of like a Kevlar vest or whatever. They kind of like
Yeah,
wrap it around them so that it's harder for her to open up. But then they also have like another mutation that even if something gets ripped out, it can still work on its own.
the evolution is evolving.
Which I will tell you one thing, and slight spoiler, and it doesn't really pertain to anything else in the story,
Uh-huh.
but it's something we've already seen. I really fucking watched to get to the end of episode 10 when we were going to see the plowman come back out. Dude, I think he's dead.
Okay.
Because like every episode after that episode, after episode 2, I was like, okay, when's he coming back out? When's he coming back out?
They don't
All
get
right.
him.
We don't have this creature. And just some of the fight scenes, like when Elle really fights stuff, she like really crushes these things or throws something through its
Yeah.
chest. I'm like, oh my god! But you have to worry about what if the guy's in there?
Yeah.
Never. Like we don't see the guy again. I don't know what's going on with that, or is there a thing like that's something that I feel like we may have to write the Duffers about or whatever and be like, hey,
What happened? What happened? Is
what
he in the
happened to the
refrigerator?
Plowman? What happened to the Plowman? Like,
He's in the refrigerator in Will's house.
oh my god. Oh my god, that would be weird.
But no, I like the scene because like when she like rips it apart, like I love the color of like the blood. How it's like bright green.
Yeah, yeah.
Like it just pops with like the color that they're using and stuff. Like I like it. I thought it was pretty creative for the monsters to come back to life, to have like a second wind almost.
Yeah.
And like I was like, oh shit, like what's gonna happen?
Well,
Because they're not fighters.
No, they're not. And another thing that we talked about last episode that I really love in this is the fact of these guys are so different than the other two.
Yeah.
Like, well, I guess the other three, because we've had the snow shark, we've had the pumpkin army, we had the jerk-o'-lantern, and we had these things which look like big freaking honking.
There was the weird possum looking thing too in the first episode.
Yeah, but the kids didn't see it, so that's why I'm not really. It is unique, I will give you that, but the kids really didn't see it, and we didn't see a lot of fighting with it, so that's why I'm not that worried about it.
Yeah.
But that is the thing that the spores came out of, so I mean, I guess it is akin to part of it.
Yeah.
But we do have that whole thing. We have where they're fighting these things. We have, which is a slight thing that I will say in the next episode. They have them where the
monsters don't die in this episode.
The wood chipper gets blown up because it has a leak in it, and it's sparking, and it ends up igniting the fuel and blowing up. And we see where saw blades and all this other stuff are heading for Mike. 11 catches it and actually grabs it and throws it back at one of the monsters. And that's a thing I like going into the next episode is we do have a retained damage thing on one of them where there is a saw blade sticking out of the top of its head.
I kind of wonder if if they did that because to tell them apart.
I think they did. That way you could be like, hey, yeah, there was enough damage for this that it had to be It had
Yeah,
to be.
and it's like just sticking off the top of its head,
Yes.
which is funny.
Yeah, yeah.
It's funny, but in this, because they don't, these things don't die at any point in this episode, really. But I like that, it's very like, everybody's on edge and like it's intense. I feel like with these like giant behemoths of monsters, because
Yes.
they're not really fighters. They're heavily relying on Elle at this point. And I know like Nikki kind of does like a thing where she has like a weird toy sparkler thing that was kind of cool looking, you
Yeah, yeah.
know, to kind of distract one of the monsters. And Lucas had his wrist rocket, but like that's really kind of all they had for
Yeah.
this. And like Elle is very much struggling, which I liked that they showed this in the episode. Like she was being pulled and pushed in so many different directions at this point.
Yeah.
Like she was pushing herself to the limit, and
Well,
I liked it.
and to add to that, I do like compared to the regular show, the live action, because when we see Elle in the live action, it's kind of either all or nothing, like at the beginning.
Yeah.
Like there are no in betweens. And in this, I love the fact that there is kind of a mental fatigue. You are tired. You are this. Like uh, Elle is never, it seems like, at 100%, like she is in the show. It's either 100% or zero. In this, she's got very differing degrees of her power.
Yeah.
And that's one thing I think sticks out really well too in Tales from 85 is because of that.
The fighting, I feel like, also with her is a little bit more vicious.
Oh yeah,
I
yeah.
would say.
I would say the only thing right now that I'm really disliking some in this um is part of the things from the voice actors, because yeah, they're not 100%, and I totally get that.
Yeah.
But sometimes when they have where Elle talks, between this and when she starts really talking in season 3, she still sounds like way too much of a child. Like and for instance, going off of that, whenever they are at the Baxter house, I almost said
Oh, when
Baxter.
she
I
said she
almost
was
said,
homeschooled.
yeah. I almost said Baxter Stockman. I was like, oh, turtle. The turtles are coming back.
Yeah.
Yeah. She says, "School is home" or something like
Yeah.
that, and I'm like, come on, like we knew that there were some parts of this she was already able to talk way better than that.
Yeah. Maybe she was just flustered.
I don't know. I think they just kind of wrote her to be that way in this, and it kind of throws me off. And
Yeah.
I don't know if it's the how the voice actress says certain things as well, because she also makes it sound like she's trying to talk baby talk
She
sometimes.
kind of like has those like pauses
Yeah,
when she's talking.
like Dustin's, you can kind of tell his, and sometimes he sounds like he's almost like even goofier than how Gaten Matarazzo is.
I think he gets really goofy in the next episode.
Yeah, yeah, but you can tell it in his voice when he does it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Lucas is very leveled out. Max is very leveled out. Mike is very leveled out. Will is very leveled out. Like all those ones, I really enjoy. There's just a couple little hints here and there of the different characters when they start talking. It kind of throws me off, and it's kind of more of the baby talk from Elle and the really, really goofiness that is just from the voice actor for Dustin.
Yeah.
Um, it almost sounds like he's trying to be goofy and he has a sinus infection. Like that's the best way I can explain it. Like it throws me off sometimes watching this,
Uh,
especially when we know Dustin's character kind of is also one of those I'll get the last word kind of sort of, but it'll be a joke. And to
yeah.
have this guy do it, and then the voice just doesn't seem like it lands all the way, and you're like, huh.
Yeah, but I really like this fight scene. Like, I like that they don't necessarily 100% win.
I've liked all the fight scenes.
Yeah, I mean, I have too, but I felt like this one was done very well as well.
Yeah.
And like at the end of this, was it Elle gets trapped under a log, right?
Yeah. I mean, they find her and they pull her out, but she falls over into like in between a couple of logs, and another one falls off the top. And it's one of those things that how it lands perfectly where it's not squashing her in between two other ones on either side of her. But to all the kids, they're like, "Oh my god, 11 squashed," basically.
Yeah.
So they come over and try and help push the log off her, and then find out she's okay.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, it was interesting. It was an interesting ending.
yeah,
I would say. I want it's a little less climactic. I don't know. I don't know what the word is.
like anticlimactic.
Anticlimactic a little bit. We're not left with like a big like stinger. I
Yeah,
would say at the end, it shows up at the beginning of the next episode.
yeah. See, and that happens a lot. That's another thing that I like is we kind of are riding a wave. Like at the end of every episode we've covered so far, there's not like something that doesn't go into something else. And I like that we kind of, well, I guess the first episode is that way. In the first episode, we kind of had like a where that was a perfect episode all on its own. Everything almost after that, I feel like is a big wave. Like it connects to the next episode, and then that connects to the next episode, and that connects to the next episode. So we always kind of have something going on as we're following the episodes.
Yeah. No, I like this one as well. I think this season is getting better every episode, I would say.
Yeah.
It has kind of taken me the time to get into it and stuff.
You're coming around.
Like, coming around a little bit.
Mickey's such a good character.
I mean, I think she's better. I think she's better incorporated into the group as of right now.
Yeah.
I'm curious to see where it goes from here, and like the directions that they decide to go in and stuff. But yeah, it's a solid episode. Next episode, Steve's coming back, so I'm ready. I'm ready for that.
Yeah.
Which I did watch the next episode. I watched episode 4.
Yeah.
As well, but we're not talking about episode 4 right now. But yeah,
no. And I will say, as a season for a whole, if you're a Jonathan fan, he's only in the first episode.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he's only in the first episode. Like, we get to see Nancy again. We obviously get, like, the 2-episode spread of Steve. We only get to see Jonathan in that first one.
It's kind of funny because he's not really in that episode.
Yeah. So there are some things, like, we don't really get to see the Wheelers anymore besides Nancy. I still don't think we've ever seen Joyce.
No, not yet.
We get to see parts of Hopper here and there. Yeah. It's really funny though watching this because like when they're in a public place, I try and look in the background and see if there's one of the characters that we should know.
Yeah.
So I'm kind of like,
live in like a fairly small town.
Yeah.
Which we do see Hopper, I think, in episode 5? He has a pretty decent part in episode 5.
I can't remember. Yeah, I think for a little while.
Yeah. And
episode 6.
Yeah, I want to see where this goes for sure. I think it's slowly getting better. Yeah.
What for you? What would your order of the episodes so far be? Like, what's your number 1 episode to your number 3 episode right now?
2 is probably like my favorite.
Okay, and then what's your least one between this one and the first one?
1.
Okay, so maybe? It'd be like a 2, 3, 1.
I felt 1 kind of stumbled a little bit.
Yeah,
getting me into it. It kind of stumbled a little bit. I felt like it.
Yeah.
For
me, I don't really have a number of those yet. Like, I'm kind of sitting in the gray area that I've enjoyed them all pretty equally.
I mean, you've already I enjoyed it. Like, I enjoyed what I've watched so far. But you've already finished it, so you kind of know what happens.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I take you at your word saying that it is enjoyable.
Yeah.
It's just for me, I'm still kind of sort of having that little out of body experience every once in a while watching it.
Yeah. Well, and my problem right now is I'm having the opposite problem that you have with the live action ones.
Uh-huh.
Is because like this is so streamlined, like
Yeah.
that we don't have a bunch of different plot holes or whatever.
No, there aren't.
But the thing that throws me off the most is when we get to the end of an episode and they leave us on like that little bitty cliffhanger where
Yeah.
like, hey, if you just watch the next, like up to the next title screen, like 5 seconds of the next episode, you would get what you wanted from the end of the last episode. And so that throws me off more than anything watching this, where I'm like, what's going on here? Like, I'm
Yeah.
so confused. Just because like they don't give us that little bit.
They don't at all.
And then you have to watch the next episode to get that.
Well, at least they're all out and you
That's
can
true.
like watch it.
That is true. Like if we would have to go week to week on this, I'd be like, just shoot me fucking now. Shoot me fucking now. If I gotta wait for this shit to come out, shoot me now.
Oh man.
But
Yeah.
and I've loved all the creatures we've had. The invention thing is pretty cool. It's a different aspect that we've gotten from before, with any of the live action stuff. Yeah, that's about it.
Yeah.
Well, more references.
Jin, where can I find you at?
You can find me at everywhere that Otakuology is. You can find me at Bard's Tavern on Instagram, TikTok, soon to be YouTube. And you can also find me, I guess, at our Manga Restart on Instagram and YouTube.
That's a lot right there.
I know, it's a mouthful. I might have to cut this down.
You can find me at the Otaku Mike on YouTube, where I do all my comic book stuff, as well as Otakuology. Go rate and review our podcast on YouTube or Apple Podcasts. It really helps, or even on Spotify. Leave a comment. It helps people find our podcast. And I want to say thank you for checking us out and listening. Give us some feedback. What do you thought of our podcast?
Oh, and give us feedback. What have you thought about these episodes?
Yeah, what have you thought about the Stranger Things?
Like, I hate to say it to all you guys out there, we're in the cut together, okay?
Yeah.
We're definitely covering this at the same time that we are probably all watching it. So let us know exactly what you think about it and how is it getting better for you? Are you enjoying it? What specifically are you enjoying about this? And what do you kind of hope, if you haven't finished it, is coming down the drain? So anyway, I hope you guys enjoy this episode, just like Mike said. And we will see you next Tuesday.